We're at a Thanksgiving dinner for recent immigrants at a settlement house in South Philadelphia. Hi, I'm Bruce Schimmel. And for these new arrivals to America, this is their first taste of freedom, courtesy of a Jewish agency called HIAS. For over 100 years, HIAS primarily rescued Jews from persecution. But today, the agency resettles all sorts of immigrants, including these refugees from Burma, also known as Myanmar. Judith Bernstein Baker has run HIAS for 11 years, but she has a personal connection to the agency that goes back for nearly a century.
Well, first of all, HIAS, the organization I work for, brought my mother here, who was fleeing in 1920, who was fleeing the pogroms of Poland at the time. And for us as Jewish people, the idea of welcoming refugees is really fundamental to our definition as a people.
Though legally settled in America, many Burmese here still fear retribution against loved ones at home. So, says Bernstein Baker, they're shy about being interviewed.
I'm hearing stories of how their villages were burned, women were raped, men were pressed into forced labor. A number of families were in the camp for 20 years and had young adults who were born in the camp.
How does this change what you have done in the past with refugee populations you brought over? We're doing something different.
Well, in the past, we did work with their relatives who are already here, who were basically sponsoring new refugees. These refugees have no relatives here. We are their family. So, in that sense, it's a much more demanding, labor-intensive type of work that we're doing. While it's difficult, and we have to extend services and open arms, when they get settled, we're looking at the next Westinghouse Science Scholarship winners, the next valedictorians of Central High School, the next craftspeople.
Why do you say that?
Because I know already that they do not take for granted education, and that they renew our city and they set a standard for us to appreciate what we have.
Thanks for listening. To hear stories from Burmese refugees too shy to be recorded, please check out my companion newspaper column at citypaper.net. I'm Bruce Schimmel.